Any topic we can discuss? Yes. Yes. From us. Yes. It is the question, what do I want? There are different levels, it's natural. Otherwise we would not be here. So there are different levels of devotion. Devotion is not a simple thing. Usually we go to church, to mosque, or to the temple, not for pleasing the Lord, to do some seva or to surrender. The reasons may be 90% maybe that we want something from God. So it means we are not coming to surrender, or we are not coming here to please the Lord, or to pray, please help me to understand where I am, what I'm doing here, where I'm going, where I'm coming from, who I am. Or how can I get out of this, those who are more advanced, of this circle of birth and death. And if we have at least understood that we have to die and we will have to take birth again. So different motives everybody has. So accordingly, we are very attracted by this material world, because we do not want to become a servant of the Lord. We want to become that the Lord serves us. So there may be externally, we may come here and say, even amongst the devotees, they are very great or big amounts. Devotees, they want something from God. They want that God supports them, supports me for my enjoyment. So, but you will rarely find, very rarely, you will find someone who is joining in what with the vision of, I want to get out of this circle. I have realized in this world, happiness is very difficult to attain. What is the solution? What can I do? We want that God supports me, that I can enjoy. And this is very small amount what I think, but hope against hope. We try everything. Maybe God exists. Is the other question. What is if he not exists? Then I have to do it myself. I have to, but I want to enjoy. So there are different, all kinds of levels there coming. Harikatha, hearing Harikatha from the pure devotees and from Bhagavatam or Gita. It is well, really, that's because you will see the difference when Prashadam is served and when Harikatha is spoken. There's a difference, there's not much interest to get out, to understand this world, or to ask the question, or to beg to the Lord, please help me to understand where I am, what I'm doing here. How can I get out of this circle of birth and death? You don't think that you're dying. You never die. You will always be you, a person, individual. You will be the same person when you leave this body. And you will be the same person when you have to accept another body. It is not a different that you change your individuality. Everything is there stored. Remembrance of past lives may be sometimes possible, but we can see what is my situation now. We just can see, we can find out what was my desire to come here, what desires I have now. Very similar. And what will be the future? If I not understand, I will take birth again, and I will go for the same goal. So, but this is according to Bhagavad Gita, this is not the goal of the highest goal. Of course, we want to go to heaven, but what do you want to do there? We want to enjoy. Still, you have to come back to this world, because we have not given up this spirit of I am the enjoyer, and God is my servant. So this is the misconception we carry with us life after life. And when God, the Lord, is very merciful, He makes our life very difficult. It is easier to accept or to look to find a way out. If you think this world is everything goes nicely, then you should understand that you did not get the mercy. Yeah, because you don't want to leave this world, and you have to suffer when you have to give up everything. One day, nothing you can take with you, and again you will come and work hard, whatever you want. So different levels, different motives are there. And to find someone who is really interested or is really out of necessity. Please save me, my Lord. Save me from this world. This world is not for enjoyment. This world is hell. And if you come to this conclusion, then it is easier. Then your prayer will be, please, my Lord, I want to be your servant. You are insignificant. The last one, according to my qualifications, if they stay in row and want to go to Vaikuntha, to the eternal place where we are at home, I am the last one in the row. But I hope against hope that one day you will accept something. This attitude has to be taken, and we have to become determined. Yes, I want to get out. Because as soon as some enjoyment comes, again we fall back and think, oh, now everything is forgotten. Everything goes, okay, so that I can tolerate, then we are on our interest. It's not big to change anything. Because we are not very intelligent. We do not think that we get old, that we get diseased, that we have to leave this world, we have to die. And this thing, this is hurting us and hurting others. Like family, a member of a family has to leave, then we are very sad. So this, but he's not dying. The spirit, the soul is eternal. So exact the same like when we enter the spiritual consciousness, then we may understand that I am not this what I was thinking I am. I am not a man, I am not a lady, I am not a body, I am not anything of this, what I experience here. Because in a few years it is gone. Nothing left for us. You may come again, but in a different form of life, and you will again start and think, oh. So the thing is, we have to become sincere. And you can only become sincere when you become humble. Because there's a buffed up man or buffed up person who thinks, who knows everything already. He never gets a chance to understand. So I met so many pure souls. They now only left, many of them, godfathers of my Gurudev and disciple of Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. I met such persons, they are living their whole life, 90 years. They did not know. They were always devotees. They are always chanting their name. They are always crying, please, Krishna, help me. And when I met them, They were behaving like children, very humble and very innocent, very pure. So they tolerated that when we come materialists from the Western countries, not understanding anything about spiritual life, but they behave like you are above me, you know more than me. I know very famous names amongst them I meet, and we have to learn from such persons. But they were so ecstatic persons, so simple. I can tell you many stories about Gurudev, how he behaved, how sometimes, like giant, his servant was chastising him. And he was just like a giant, he tolerated without he did not realize what kind of person he is. Not a member of this material world. He is not identifying with anything in this world. He is already a member of the transcendental world. This thing is not the change of the body, what is necessary. It is a change of consciousness. Consciousness, they always live in Vrindavan or they live in Vaikuntha, wherever their place, where they feel at home there. This is just, even they move amongst us here, but they never leave the transcendental plane, the eternal plane. It looks like they're moving in the material world, but they are not members of this world. But this is a long way to go. It takes us many lifetimes for many of us. Some are more, have done more as practice in the past life, but still some desire left. So they have to come, but they again can continue. Very rare. That's because of this, there are many temples, Hindu temples. But most of them, they're just worshipping the deities who are in charge of this material world. Kali, Durga, Shiva. So they want material things and he gives them. And we have to pay the price. This is natural. So it is very rare that we come to a temple where, and it is not very attractive for materialists. Because who wants to give up this so enjoyment we are running the whole life? Only how to get better, how to make God to serve us. So different levels are there, and when one becomes determined, humble, and sincere, his spiritual life will become steady. Adosh Radha, it has to first, it starts with Radha, with faith. First, we have to develop faith. Then do sadhu sangha. And we will look that we are getting association with sadhu. Then we will engage us in service. We will do something. And then it will be we will be determined, become determined. Yes, this is what I'm looking. And then after comes Roji. Roji means taste. I get so much taste by doing service to Krishna, because this is not an ordinary thing. Every comes to Krishna, give me, give me. This is not Krishna who gives you. This is his expansion in the material world. And you are creating karma. Karma means whatever you take from here, you have to pay for. Every action in this material world has a reaction, the same reaction. So we should be careful, become conscious of this. But those who are more advanced in different levels, Ruji, you get taste. You may chant Hare Krishna and you may, just for the pleasure of the Lord, if you just have this, develop this attitude, then you may experience some kind of pleasure you never can experience in this material world. Tears may come, there's many symptoms manifested. This is explained in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. Then I forgot that by practicing that, all the negative, the sinful desires, they get removed, enjoying spirit. Then bhava and prema. Prema means something like love, but it is not, it cannot be translated like love. But we understand love is based on body or form in this material world, but this is not. Prema means it is divine, something divine and something we cannot compare, it is not explainable. For those who have not experienced such, or have not, but this will increase power, then you get some idea, you get some, then prema, and then comes many others, higher individual relations. So this is not an easy thing actually, and very rarely you will find that someone decides to get out of this material world. Anything more to say? Did I answer the question? Yes. Of course, yes. These things uh, they are not so much discussed, but it's very confidential. You always must understand this desire we have for enjoying. This uh, desire of enjoying is in Krishna, in God. So he is the original enjoyer. He is the real enjoyer. And we are part and parcels of him. So it is a slight, minimal, these desires also there. Because we are small, we are easily get uh, captured by this illusion that we are man, that we are lady, that we are a monkey or a cow. In the spiritual world, all these forms exist. Some has a relationship to the Lord. He wants to be he has a neutral relationship. He's just enjoying when he sees Krishna playing with the flute. And the cows stand still like paralyzed. And the cows who drink the milk, they stop drinking and the milk runs down there. Because they are like paralyzed and they are in ecstasy, they feel. Every living being has a transcendental form in the spiritual plane. Nobody is higher or lower. Because Krishna is enjoying when he sees to all his family. I just tell this in that this is Krishna Lila. There's Ram Lila, it is also another mood because there God living like a king. You cannot have such intimate relation to him in this way. But in Krishna Lila, this is our line, is coming to this. There you may have any form. You may please Krishna when you're a very small boy and just want to play with him. He takes the form of a boy. If one wants to please the Lord, he can take any form. And we can please him. We can play with him. We can everything what happened in material world, in this transcendental world, it all also happened. But there it's absolutely pure. We should understand everything there is a manifestation of the Lord. And we are also manifestation, or we are also part of the Supreme Lord. So any form you can take there. But now we should not speculate about where we are situated. This will manifest, it will come. It will manifest in every individual. And like Bhakti Thakur is writing and in Jayavadam, that it will manifest first that we are following one of his eternal associates, like Subal or Madhusudana, Madhumangala. There are so many friends he has. They are eternal with him. So we should follow the footsteps of one of these. We feel very attracted. Like Magdu Mangala is very funny. He's a Brahman boy. Yeah, all others are Vaishyas. Means they are cowherd family. Nanda Maharaj is a cowherd Vaishya. But he is a Brahmana, so he thinks obviously he has to instruct the Vaishyas. And he's a very funny boy. And there's so many others. And some the most confidential pastimes he performs in the association of the gopis, the young girls in the pastime of the Lord. They are eternal. Constantly they're going on. But those who have realized, who have attained this kind of conscious level, they can enter this level anytime. We have to become pure devotees. Then we are able to be part, and they will understand your tendency, or everything will be clear. So every form you find, and much more you will find there. But it's not like when devotees join in the first place, they want to become Brahmana. Brahmanas, and then of course they want to become gopis. But when you get purified and all this enjoying spirit is that you are the enjoyer is removed, then you will find. Then the Lord will reveal everything. They must become pure. We have a certain characteristic. According to this characteristic, we will get our position in the transcendental world. Maybe in Vaikuntha, Vishnu, Narayan, or maybe in Ramalila, or like Lakshmi Priya, she was very attracted to, but she is very attracted to Nishinga. So there are different moods, and we should not speculate now. Now we should just pray, please engage me, please let me become a servant of your lotus feet, my Lord. And this goes through the spiritual master. We cannot talk now. We are not fit to serve the Lord directly. So it goes through those who are appointed by the pure devotees. They are, through this line it goes to the Lord. And we will see so many things, everything can happen. It's a wonderful thing. It's very mystical. How can someone become a devotee in this world where everything is just being exploited? Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. This is the preaching of the material world. Enjoy, exploitation. Everyone is exploited by others just for his personal enjoyment. Be very careful that you not fall in this trap. This is Maya illusion. And we become covered and we think this is normal. Yes, here it is normal. It's our Pujari here now. I've not seen. Ah, Sudarshan. Anything more to say on? Oh, I heard him. I think he made me think of him. He's here. Chaitanya, Chaitanya, Chaitanya. We have to get the mercy of Nityananda and Chaitanya first. We should not put ourselves, I am a servant of Krishna. We are servant of the servant of the servant of the servant. Dasa, dasa, no dasa. This is our real position. It's a healthy position. Something clear. Yes. Everything. 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 The trees. Everything is conscious. It's the world of consciousness. It is no method here. No Bhumi Apo Naravo Vayo Kam Manabuddhi Vajahankara Vidyame. Gaudiya. It's 8 elements what we find in this material world: earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intellect. In the Ahankara, the false ego, I identify with these elements. Mind is also very gross when you understand how subtle or how much more fine the soul consciousness is, then we think the mind is very fast. It cannot. But those who live on the soul, level of soul, they are much more. With the mind, you can stop material activities or you can do material activity. The mind tells you what to do. So if you can control the mind, you have many things you don't have to do, or you can control it. This mystic power. And the soul can even control the mind. That the mind gets peaceful. The mind enters a plane what is not known, or not the mind enters the soul consciousness is beyond our imagination. We have no entrance there. Not yet. Everybody is spirit soul, but we are covered by different levels: earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence. These are coverings, and we identify with this. And everything here is like this, and everyone thinks like this. This is me, this is reality. No, this Srila Prabhupada has written this in the Shastra, written. It is you stay in a neutral state. You are spirit soul, you are spirit being, and you can see the activities in the spiritual plane and on the material plane. So the thing is, if you cannot decide where to go or go back to your on the spiritual plane where you are, where our home or our real home is, then and you will also not decide to go to the other side, to the material plane. But it is unnatural because life means movement, also means always. So one day he may say, oh, this is nice, I will try short to enter this and just come back again. Like this, it is explained. But then he thinks, oh, nothing happens. I still can see everything clear. I can see spiritual world. I can see the material. But he tries then more often. And it's like he becomes addicted to one form in this material world. Like there are so many apsaras, or there are so many things Brahma created for enjoyment, the demons, the demigods, all these things. So you can become attracted to anything of this. And then one time you forget, you stay no longer want to enjoy this. And then we get covered by the elements. We identify not anymore as spirit, we identify with the form we have accepted. Maybe a demigod in the beginning, like Lord Brahma himself. He got attracted to many things, but he come back. Become even attracted to a horse, a wonderful horse. He became attracted to Apsara, in heavenly dancers, girls. But he could come back and continue. But one time you may not be able to come back, and you identify with these things, then you enter the circle of birth and death, and then you forget. Now we have forgotten. Everything what should be known or we are is our real identity. Now we have forgotten. It is already in us. It is not something new from outside. It is already in. What we are talking of is we are talking to the spirit, to the soul. We are not talking to the bodies. Materialists, when they talk to the bodies. They see the body, and according to this, they act. Shock. What is this okay? This everything is possible. This is possible, and there is nothing what is not possible. You know, because in the transcendental plane, everything can be done. What we cannot understand. Can God create a stone he cannot carry. He can do everything. So we say, yes, he can create. Hey, then he cannot carry the stone. He cannot do everything. But he can also carry it. He can create one, he can, but these things, they, according to our logic, we cannot understand. Because everything is there, everything is possible. There's no limit. Infinite. The transcendental plane is infinite. Everything is possible there. The material plane, we are like in a prison, locked in a body. We not even know what the mind can do. Yogis, they know at least they can so many things, powerful things. But we are covered by Maya, ignorance. Chaitanya. This is much more powerful than a atom bomb. We do not know these things, this sign. In 5,000 years ago, they had weapons. They were thrown by mantras. How they were called? Somebody knows? Ramastra. Ramastra. They could be individual, thrown or kill one, or they can a whole group. They could kill. Very powerful weapon. They were fighting on these levels. But for this, not possible nowadays, because everything is contaminated. We have no idea what can be done. They were much more advanced than we are now. They say the Stone Age, but this was not the Stone Age. They were very highly civilized persons. And like the Yadus, the Mandavas, all these very high personalities, powerful. Anything more to say? Then otherwise we have to close. Sorry if I did some offense to anyone. But truth is truth. Jai Shri Gurudev Nitya Leela Bhavishtam Sripad